After a few quite testing months in 2025, we finally come to a period of blessing, of ease and harmony. May 2025, I have good news for you. We went through Mars, Venus, Mercury retrograde, 2 eclipses, Saturn, Venus conjunctions, very intense influences in the last 3-4 months. But now we're gonna take a breath of fresh air and relief. As you can see, most of the transits and aspects between planets in May are harmonious, trines, sextiles. There are here and there a square, but it's very minimal compared to what we've been going through. We're like a soldier coming out of a battle. And we'll be in the month of May, we'll be recovering, recuperating, improving. Things will start looking up. We're out of the hardest period of 2025. So with this good news, we're gonna have a full moon in Scorpio with opposition with Uranus around the 12th of May, which might be a bit more excitable, unpredictable, intense, like the energy of Scorpio, but pretty much everything around it is fantastic. But the biggest event in May is that towards the end, on the 25th of May, Saturn is moving to Aries for the first time since 29 years, the 1995, 6, something like that it was then. In Aries again, and it will stay there for 3 months this year, and then 26 and 27, the whole 2 years it will be in Aries. So this video will focus on how Saturn, the bad big wolf of astrology, how you can tame it, how you can turn it into a loyal dog that will guard your back and to thrive through this period. So stay with me to see how Saturn will affect you. Actually, if you want to really dive into Saturn in Aries, I've created a 3-hour video plus around 40 pages PDF that covers absolutely every possible influence of Saturn in Aries. Say if you have Venus in Gemini, Saturn will try sextile it, or if you have Libra, Jupiter, Saturn will oppose it, or if you have Cancer, Moon, Saturn will square it. What are the influences on a personal level with many real life stories and remedies and how to overcome it and how to do the best out of it. Just $12. Check it out. I always try to be as affordable as possible. But now let's begin. I'm excited. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2025. Pisces, a lot of the pressure is leaving from you. This is good, till now there was Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde in your sign, the North Node, Saturn, Neptune. Well, I'm here to tell you that the cloud starts dispersing from the month of May over your head. Saturn is leaving towards the end of May, but it's leaving your sign, and you feel in June, July, and August like a breath of fresh air, like a heaviness has been removed from you, like you've done a job and now you a well-deserved break or seeing the results of it. So Saturn is lifting, the energy is lifting for you. It's on the 28th of May, and then it will come back again from September into your sign Pisces for another 6 months, but only the last 5 degrees, 6 degrees from 24 till 30 in Pisces will feel Saturn for the last time. But Saturn is also good because it makes things more elegant, downsizes things, more constructive, more efficient, but also heavier. The energy is heavier. But now from May, already from the end of May, it gets lighter and lighter. But already Venus has moved from your sign. It's gone into your second house and it will stay the whole month. In your second house should improve financially for you in some way, support from family as well. Your self-worth should improve. Maybe even you can, because your self-worth improve, it can reflect in that you dress yourself better, that your face looks better. The second house rules the face. It's great time for any corrective or beautifying for the face procedures. For the teeth is the second house. For learning new recipes to eat, visiting good restaurants, because the second house is food as well. Venus there says you're gonna enjoy it. For any financial transactions, for any financial decisions is also good time and positive time with Venus in your second house. And Mars is the whole month in your sixth house, another house of material things, which is work, duties, responsibilities. Mars loves being in the sixth house. It will give you this fire to get things done, to tick off things from your to-do list, your errands, to get them done quickly, to tackle things that are usually not so pleasant, but you have the energy, like if you have to clean, to organize something, to repair something, to do the hard work behind the scenes that no one is like the cleaner work, the the hard work of the the help of the craftsman in a sense. And you can get a lot done with Mars in the sixth house. And so it's good month for anything material, work, job, career, to be more proactive at your job. If some project at your work was delayed, now you're gonna start. And Mars was retrograde in your sixth house in 6 months ago, something 5 months ago. So now you can 4 months, five, yeah. So now you can see, for example, the completion of a work project or the completion of some health issue if you had Mars in the sixth house can be going away, or the completion of some complicated situation with job, with work, with workmates, and seeing the results. Maybe you've transformed somehow your work, your job, that now you start reaping the rewards of it, that Mars is moving forward into your sixth house. And then, as I said, there is a full moon in your ninth house, Scorpio full moon on the 12th of May. There is a Scorpio full moon every May, basically. So nothing new under the sun, but it illuminates that area of your horoscope, which is a very lucky area. It's a lucky ninth house. With the moon activated, there is more luck that comes for you this month. Maybe being at the right place at the right time. Maybe hearing a piece of information or inspiration that realigns you to the right path. Maybe having a conversation that is illuminating for you. Maybe even some trip. The ninth house is in the middle of the month. Some trip that can happen. Ninth house is foreign places, trips. Or maybe a place of something educational as well. Something inspirational, inspiration, faith, inspiration, hope is increased, but also is the house of seeing the future and intuition. And the full moon in Scorpio is very intuitive, so you can get like a clarification, whether you go to a psychic or whether you speak with some counselor or advisor, or just you're at home in your own and you just kind of something clarifies, eureka moment, and you're like, I know what I want to do now for the future. Or it's like seeing a situation from a bird's view with this full moon eclipse, which is very insightful, not eclipse, full moon. In Scorpio, opposition Uranus, sudden downloads, sudden revelations about the truth in your ninth house of higher knowledge, or seeing a situation from a different point of view. As I said, you cannot fix a problem from the same state of consciousness that it's created. Well, the ninth house is the house of elevating your consciousness. This full moon activates it with Uranus energy there. So you get an answer about the situation, or you shift how you think about something, or something like becomes clear to you. So yeah, that's wonderful. But let's move back to the most important event. That first of all, towards 25th of May, you're gonna feel a lightening up of the energies. Already the whole May, there's much lighter energy, but Saturn moves from your sign. And only the North Node stays in your sign the whole of the summer, June, July, August. And the North Node is excitable energy. It's so whatever is in your sign affects you most strongly. Saturn, for 2 years in the past, it's kind of heavy energy. What can I say? Serious. Some of you might have really gotten it together, organized themselves, become more serious, but it's also heavy because Saturn naturally lowers the vibration of things, less energy, less makes people more cautious. And the North Node, Rahu, is the opposite, makes people a bit reckless. So you have a summer of recklessness coming ahead, or a summer of experimentation, because Saturn always, like, when it's in your sign, it feels like you're very aware of consequences. And Saturn If you do something wrong, Saturn with the ruler slaps you, doesn't give you any leeway to be a bit naughty. And Rahu is the master of naughty. The North Node is the master of, let's do something wild. Let's do something, that I haven't done for a while, or that I've never done. Rahu wants something new, so definitely you'd be more, more willing to take chances to try new things. And you won't be so quickly, like karma's not gonna bite you so quickly, even if you do something wrong. But with Rahu, you always have to be careful not to overstep too many things. But yeah, there's definitely more zest, more. Rahu carries the energy of spring, of excitement for the whole summer, of newness, of confidence, as well, and temptation. Rahu is temptation. But Saturn going into your second house for 3 years. Okay, 3 months first in 2025 and then 2 more years, 26, 27. Bookmark this video so you can watch it again down the line, because I'll never talk about Saturn in the second house in Aries again. So maybe you need this information for the future. So it's actually good, because Saturn in the next 3 years wants you to audit and to have a better grasp and control of your finances. Saturn does well in another Earth house, which is about practical material things. I just went through Saturn in the second house, guys, in the next 2.5 years. Yes, indeed, finances can be a bit less than normal. But if you've been responsible with finances, with your financial situation till now, if you have money for rainy days, if you've been kind of doing the right things when it comes to your finances, it's not going to hit you bad. For me, it was that over the last 2.5 years, my finances, my income went half. I haven't been working as much, and it's just the whole financial situation. But because I've been responsible before that, it didn't hit me bad. It might be half, but it's much better than many people. So it's been great. Plus we were saving for real estate, and Saturn in the second is about saving, being conservative with your money, or being kind of, instead of spending. Saturn doesn't like wastefulness. So when Saturn goes into a second house, it tells you, let's audit your financial situation. If you are neglectful with your finances, if you're irresponsible, if you haven't put a strong foundation for yourself financially in the previous years, then it can be tough financially. But a lot of people, they've been good, and they just okay, we need to save for real estate, or to build another room in the house, or I'm saving for something else. So good time for saving. And to be honest, I save just as much as I save other years. And now I just completed the saving for a real estate. So that's great. I mean, we had to cut some corners. We didn't go on many holidays, even the finances decreased, but we saved more than other times, funny enough. And so you become intolerant of wastefulness. Even with electricity, with water, you become aware of things that are wasteful with the resources that you have. I would even use old clothes that I have and redo them, revamp them, and reuse them. I would invest traditionally with finances. Saturn in the second house, you invest traditionally in traditional things, gold, silver, and things that you can tangible, in real estate, and something that are very stable finances, very stable stocks, and so on. Rather than, you have to be a good and conservative with your money now. Good manager and conservative with your money. For example, many people that are very wealthy have Saturn in the second house, like Prince, the King of England, Charles, because they do a lot of conservation of old things, of antiques. Or what's his name? Berkshire Hathaway, that owns it. Everyone knows. He's also Saturn in the second house, as far as I remember. So these are very wise investors, very traditional investors, and it doesn't mean you'll be poor when Saturn is transiting your second house. It means you're asked to be more mature with your money. The next step, maturation. So we invested in very mature, stable things. But if you do stupid decisions, Saturn pushes you off. if you go and spend 2,000 on a bag and you only have 3,000 in your bank account, I mean, you'd quickly see the repercussions for that. But if you're hardworking, have your head down to earth, kind of practical, if anything, you can amass more financially. Also, your taste starts to change when Saturn is in the second house. You stop wanting too many rich foods because Saturn is the bare minimum. And actually, I've always eaten 2-3 times per day, or I've been someone that all day long, a bit of nuts, a bit of like constantly eating. Saturn went into my second house, and I'm fasting. I'm eating once per day, and it's not an effort at all, and I'll keep it all my life. We only eat dinner now, and sometimes if I'm hungry, a smoothie before that during the day. And Saturn really makes it easy. The power of no, of excess for food, excess for spending, it's very easy. It comes naturally to you not to spend on luxuries or kind of waste your money on things that are not enduring, that on immediate gratification. And it's very powerful, very strong to say no to the other immediate gratification of the second house, like food and whatever you put in your mouth. So it's been fantastic. I've loved Saturn in the second house. We're eating once per day, losing weight, conserving energy, conserving resources. I become way more appreciative of the power of nature. Traditional, your tastes become more traditional and more conservative. Even with dressing up, frills and frills and whistles and bells go away. You might dress down more elegant, because one of the words for Saturn is elegance, simplicity. You might treasure more quality things rather than quantity. Saturn doesn't like big quantities. It wants few but good quality items, possessions, So this is how it shifts you gradually over those 2-3 years. Your taste for food change. For even the appetite decrease. In my case, it really decreased. I'm wishing the same for you. I did initially, I tried to prolong, and now it's so easy. Also, you have to do some teeth work, guys. If Saturn is making some hard aspect, especially from your second house, you might have second house is the teeth, like rotting of teeth. You have to repair, or some kind of corrective teeth stuff. I had a nerve taken out, for example, and it was 3 weeks that I had to go every day to the dentist to do that. So extensive teeth work, but it's great again, unless Saturn is making very hard aspects, which is unpleasant. You can find out through my video Saturn in Aries what aspect Saturn will do for your personal horoscope in particular, and what it means and how you can correct it and improve it. But it's good time to do some corrective work for teeth, to learn to manage your finances and resources better, to build financial stability now, and to make wise and mature financial choices. And one thing I really loved is that second house is routines, and second house is very Taurian, stability, routines. I used to hate routines. Like an Aries and Aquarius, I'm like, I want new stuff. I don't want every day, no single day to look the same like another. Since Saturn's been in my second, I really learn to love routines, stability, to wake up and do the same things, like the story and second house energy every day, the predictability. And when you create good routines, and good eating habits as well, Saturn, this is what it wants to do. It's not going to punish you to leave you destitute, without money, without teeth. If anything, it will do the opposite. It will strengthen. And I started very rigorous teeth routine. Before, I didn't know how to brush my teeth, and Saturn, thank you Saturn, I learned that you have to brush it on an angle, and more here than here, more towards the gums. So better hygiene of your gums and teeth. And if you don't have good hygiene, the problems come, because Saturn is like, if you don't do it right, the problems come. And I started doing like mineralization of the teeth. So I even reversed, what's that called? Teeth with holes in them. You can reverse them, It's gone. The hole is gone. and so on. So yeah, these are the things, like pay attention to your food, to your teeth, to your face as well. Second house rules the face. Saturn tends to preserve. It can preserve you from the, if you start seeing like it's preserving the beauty somehow as well. Doing routines as well, and so on. It's good when Saturn is in the second house, and investing in something long term and stable. Don't do like crazy financial decisions with Saturn in the second, more conservative, but they'll pay in the long term. So thank you so much, Pisces. Keep this video for future reference. You will need it.